Back in 2004, during a halftime show at the Super Bowl, Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake were performing when all of a sudden Janet had a wardrobe malfunction. Not a lot of people remember this, but for a long time, and still to this day, it's just been referred to as Nipplegate. The unfortunate celebrity moment all went down live on the CBS television network, and even though it was only for half a second, it led to an immediate crackdown and widespread debate on perceived indecency in broadcasting. Bizarrely, this incident became controversial, but not in terms of indecency. Some commenters believe that the entire thing was a planned publicity stunt, while others viewed it as a sign that America's morality was decreasing. Pretty sure it was just an unfortunate accident, but regardless, it still had a massive impact on American culture. More recently though, Miley Cyrus's wardrobe malfunction and the way that she handled it really became front page news. Just as we entered into 2022 and Miley was ringing in the new year on her NBC special titled Miley's New Year's Eve Party, the 29-year-old singer lost her top during the performance, which then caused her to quickly improvise and change up her attire at the last second, all while still performing a rendition of her song Party in the USA. The moment took place right after she performed her hit We Can't Stop, and then was transitioning into Party in the USA. As she was strutting around on the stage in a silver outfit, she could be seen at one point holding onto her top as she continued to sing the opening lyrics of the song. She turned her bare back then to the cameras and headed towards the backstage area as her backup singers and band continued to play. During the first chorus of the song Angels Like You, she then returned to the stage wearing the red blazer that she had previously worn earlier in the night. It was really skillful though to see her be able to recover so fast and then comment on it immediately. You see, all while being filmed for live television. Once you're live, there's no stopping the performance so that you can just fix your wardrobe as it malfunctions on you. And it looks like Miley never intended on stopping despite having her top not wanting to cooperate with her. Singer Charlie XCX had a similar wardrobe malfunction happen during an award show in November of 2021. In a video presenting an award from her home to Justin Bieber, Charlie was attempting to send her well wishes by giving them a little wave goodbye. But unfortunately, at that moment, the strap of her dress just slipped down, exposing her bare breast. She was then understandably shocked and tried to laugh it off while covering herself quickly. Now, luckily, none of this was actually live. You see, this happened during a pre-recorded session, and Charlie ended up just sharing a censored version on her Instagram feed. She did end up re-recording her at-home presentation, but this time without any surprises. Another wardrobe malfunction that we've covered before on this channel was what happened to Lil Nas X back in May of 2021.
Lil Nas X did what he does best during his SNL performance and made our jaws drop. Lil Nas X performed his song Montero, Call Me By Your Name, and Sun Goes Down for the season 46 finale. And his raunchy performance turned a lot of heads by itself, but it got even better after Lil Nas ripped his pants on live TV during the performance. While he was dancing on a stripper pole, he bent down and ripped his pants. And we pretty much all knew that it happened because he had a brief look of shock and horror on his face while trying to figure out what to do next. He also spent the rest of the entire performance covering the rip on his crotch with his hand. After fans started speculating about the rip on Twitter, Nas tweeted out, quote, "Not my pants ripped on live TV." Then sometime later that night, he tweeted again, quote, "I know I do a lot of planned but ripping my pants on live TV is not one of them." Thankfully, it wasn't that bad of a rip and the people watching at home didn't see too much.
Lil Nas X is one of the few male celebrities that have had embarrassing wardrobe malfunctions, and even upon researching for this video, most articles on this topic are all female lists, so let's balance it out a bit, shall we? For example, the Australian jockey named Blake Shin. I don't even know if we can actually show this photo on YouTube. We'll probably have to blur it out actually. But Blake had a major wardrobe malfunction while in the last stretch of a race. This honestly is a great advertisement though for belts. Wear a belt or this will happen. Even with his pants falling down, he was so determined to win that he never once stopped or slowed down to pull his pants back up. He just mooned the audience for the last duration of the race. And also, let's not forget that time that Usher accidentally ripped a giant hole in his pants while performing. Someone in the crowd must have noticed it and started pointing at him because in the video he keeps performing with this huge rip in the leg of his pants. However, he suddenly looks down and in between his lyrics just looks up, smiles, and says to the crowd, "I work hard." I mean, that's a pretty great way to handle that situation if you ask me. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this though, because that's all the time we have for today. So stay classy, and I'll see you on the next one.